Y'all ready for this one? Come on in here. We gotta talk. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So by now you've seen the title of this video and you've probably seen Instagram. For those of you who don't have Instagram, you've probably seen the comments in my most recent vlog video. So pretty much everyone is up to date, but just in case, I wanted to put this video out there to inform you guys that there have been a ton, and when I say a ton, I mean a ton of changes and life updates in our lives here in the Gartrell household. So like I said, if you've seen the title, then you know what I'm about to tell you or what I'm about to share with you. But I did have some footage and clips that I wanted to kind of show you, and I wanted to kind of fit them in and make them make sense instead of just uploading random little clips here and there. So basically, if for some reason you skipped the title or you don't have Instagram or you missed my last video and all the comments on that video, you guys, we are expecting baby number 2, okay? Yes, we are. It is a huge surprise. It was a huge surprise. It's not a surprise now. We know it. It was a huge surprise. We were not planning or like trying per se. I mean, we weren't doing anything really to prevent it, but it was just something out of sight and out of mind. Like, we weren't actively planning to have baby number 2. And ironically, I think my mom had asked us maybe about a week or so before we found out that I was pregnant, you know, were we thinking about having another one? And ironically, both of us were like, actually, I think we're good with Ray. Like, we had hit a groove with her. She's becoming more independent. You guys know she'll be 2 August 3rd. And so we were always open to the idea of having another one down the line, but the older we got, the more tired we got, the more active Ray got, the more independent she got. We were like, we may be okay. And so my mom asked us that about a week before I found out I was pregnant, you guys, ironically. And that was both of our answer, like, genuinely. We think we are okay, right? So she jinxed us, right? Get her. But anyway, let me rewind and just tell you guys the details around how I found out. So my cycle was due, obviously, right? And I kept feeling the symptoms of my cycle coming, like the bloatedness, the crampiness, like just feeling like it was coming any day. And sometimes I get those symptoms as early as a week before my cycle comes. So in my mind, I kept telling myself, oh, my cycle's on its way any day now, any day now, any day now. The problem was I lost track of how long I was telling myself that mentally, right? So thinking back on it, it may have seemed like maybe for like 2 weeks I was telling myself, not even 2 weeks, probably like a week and a half I was telling myself that. That's how it seemed when I remembered it. But I remember from even before I had Ray, every time I would go to the doctors, and it didn't matter which doctor I was going to, they would ask me the question of, what's the first day of your last menstrual cycle? And I never knew. Like, even through my 20s, I never knew. And finally, I was like, you know what? Let me download one of those apps and start keeping track of at least the first day that my cycle starts, because I never would put in all the days and all the information and the symptoms. I ain't got time for that. So I started doing that before I had Ray, right? And I just kept it up. So I knew at least that in that app would be the first day of my last cycle. But I never checked the app because my dumb tail kept telling myself my cycle was on its way because I could feel the symptoms. And I thought I hadn't been telling myself that for very long. Y'all, I said something to my friends about it, and they were like, yeah, you may want to get a pregnancy test. And I was like, nah, there's no way, like, I'm not pregnant or whatever. I was like, I can feel my cycle coming. Like, I can feel the symptoms of my cycle coming. 2 days later, I open up the app, and I think I have the Clue app or something like that. Again, I just use it to put the first day of my cycle in so that I know when I go to doctor's appointments, you know, that that's what it is. But anyway, I opened that app. It said like cycle day 43. I said a cycle supposed to be 28 to like 30 days or something like that. That's like the typical normal range. How I'm on number 43? Like, I had literally been telling myself that for multiple weeks in my head and just kind of lost track of it because I could feel the symptoms. But then remembering back to when I was pregnant with Reagan, in the beginning, the same thing happened. Like, I felt like my cycle was coming, and it was a lot of the same type of symptoms, the bloating, the cramping, and stuff like that. And so, y'all, after that, I was still in denial, right? I didn't say anything to Ronnie or anything. I was still in denial. So I waited like 2 more days, 2 more days, right? And I was still feeling like, oh, it's coming. And then finally, I was just out and about doing something, I think. And it was a work day, so I was by myself. I just ran into CVS and grabbed a test. And I think we needed more toothpaste or something. So I grabbed, whatever I was going in there for, I grabbed the test. And I came home and I just randomly took it. Ronnie was at work. Ray was at daycare. Y'all, you know how it says, and I don't mess around with pregnancy tests with the lines. I ain't got time for that. You ain't about to psych me out and stress me out. I need something to say pregnant or not pregnant in English words, right? So I bought the digital test that will say pregnant or not pregnant. Came home, I took it. Y'all know how it says like wait 3 minutes or something like that? Y'all, before I even put the test down, the joint was like, it was saying pregnant. Like, before I put it down, I was like, oh shit. So I called Ronnie on FaceTime, and he was still driving to work because this was still in the morning time. He was still driving to work, and I had turned the camera around on the pregnancy test that said pregnant. And so he couldn't see my face. As soon as he answered the phone, that's all he saw. So he was like, hello, it's kind of blurry. I can't see. I said, you see what this say? You see what this say? He was like, okay. Like, he was excited or whatever, but I don't think neither one of us were like expecting it or waiting on it or planning for this. And I was like, oh my God, we have so much going on right now. As you guys know, like, I'm working multiple jobs. We're doing the investment property flip right now. Reagan is getting older. She's in daycare. And, it's just a lot going on right now, right? So I was like, oh my goodness. So then I told my girlfriends, and they were basically like, girl, I already knew that. I told you to take that damn test or whatever. So it took me a couple of days to kind of wrap my mind around it, and not accept it, but like accept that this was true, I guess, because again, like, we just were not in that mindset I just wasn't there, like, thinking about another baby. And for reference, you guys, I'm 35, I'll be 36 November 2nd, okay? So on top of that, this is like a high-risk pregnancy, considered a high-risk pregnancy because I'm advanced maternal age now that I'm 35. And I was just like, wow, like, oh my goodness. So it took a couple of days to set in because I was like, how are we going to do all of this, Okay, and so fast forward, I started showing really early. Like, I already looked bloated when I was waiting on my period to come, but I started to show with this pregnancy earlier than with Reagan. And remember, with Reagan, I had done keto for like 4 or 5 months before I conceived her. So I had dropped a lot of weight. I'm 20 pounds heavier than I was when I conceived Reagan versus now. And so I just started showing earlier, like, I don't know. And just to give you reference now, this is my bump. I know I'm wearing black, you can't tell, but there's a bump there, guys. There's a bump, okay? And you can see it. And so as you guys know, just from following us, I hope y'all got a drink. But if you don't, go get one because I'm drinking. This is lemonade because what else can I drink? But anyway, if you guys don't, follow my channel regularly, we are with our families, Ronnie's family and my family, a lot. And so I knew somebody was going to blurt something out soon because you could tell, like, I was showing or whatever. So we made the appointment to go get the confirmation appointment. Well, yeah, get the confirmation of the pregnancy through blood work. Because I was still like, hold up, are you sure? But I was so cheap, I was not going back to buy no more tests. But I was like, are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? So they were able to fit me in like 2 days after I told Ronnie that the test was positive. So I went, had the blood work done. They called like I want to say like a day or two later and confirmed and was like, congratulations. So we want to set you up for your first appointment, you know, blah, 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 blah. So I had confirmation pretty quickly, like within that week. So I was going to wait until Mother's Day because I found out like right before Mother's Day, the week before Mother's Day or something like that, right? Whenever that was. In May, beginning of May. That's when I found out. But anyway, I was going to wait till Mother's Day and kind of like tell the families, but I knew both families weren't going to be together on Mother's Day, and I kind of wanted to film it and everything. So I ended up telling them, I think the week prior to Mother's Day, right? And so I think we told Ronnie's family first, and then because we had like a regular Sunday family dinner at his parents' house, and then I told my family like a couple days later because we had like Taco Tuesday at my family's house. So I'm going to insert those clips now. Ronnie's mom's reaction. You guys know she watched Ray for us every day, 5 days a week until Ray was about 17 months old. So her reaction is priceless and hilarious. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and insert the clip of when we told Ronnie's family, and it's his parents and then his two sisters, and like, you know, his nieces and nephews were there as well. So I'm going to insert that clip now.
You said I want to play.
My phone ringing,
Everyone, Reagan wants to show you guys something.
What you want to show, Ray?
Her shirt.
Let me see your shirt. Let me see your shirt. Come here. Let me see the shirt.
Stand around.
Big sis. What?
That's Ray, Mom.
Big sis. Oh.
Ray, want to show you her shirt. Ray, want to show you her shirt.
Go show Nana your shirt.
Big sis.
I knew it.
Y'all really having another baby? Ain't coming this way. Hello. Hey, what's up?
It was Don Taco night. Don Taco got you.
It was probably around that time.
I'm sorry.
Was that about 7 weeks ago? 6, 7 weeks?
What y'all been up to?
Yes.
Congratulations. Okay, let me
Thank
get some quietness.
Praise God.
Go ahead, Ray. Ray, say you get ready.
Round two.
It's my mama's fault and Papa's fault. Because y'all kept on saying she needed a sibling. And look what happened.
Ray said she got somebody to fight.
No, ain't I big enough?
She is not going to be in the
I'm already sure.
beat that baby.
She gonna tear my baby up.
No, she ain't. She's going to be a protective
tear that
sister,
baby up?
ain't you?
I hope
You
it's
gonna
a
take
boy.
care of
Y'all
it.
need more. Okay, guys, so you just watched Ronnie's family's reaction to the news of the surprise second pregnancy. So now I'm going to insert the clip when I told my family. Now, my family was kind of spread out. Some of them were in the family room. Some of them were in my parents' like kitchen area and sunroom. So it was really hard to get them all on the same page. But they definitely heard the females, like, you know, going off and screaming and stuff like that. They heard it. The guys heard it in the family room, so they eventually did come over. I don't know if that part is on video or not, but I'm going to go ahead and insert that clip now. I'm like, this one was it's like they got the same furniture in every room. The houses that looks just like the same layout, the same furniture. She's trying to show you her shirt. Ray, come here. Ray, come here. Come here, Pooh. Come here, Pooh. Come show Grandma. Come here. Go show Grandma. Uh-oh, you okay? Uh-oh, get up. Stand up. Let's go show Grandma. Everybody, Ray has something to show you guys.
Big sis. What?
Oh,
You're pregnant?
yay! I knew it. Somebody was gonna do it this year. I knew it. I didn't say it, and I thought it said big girl.
I heard you say big girl. I was like, okay, she can read. Keep going. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Okay, guys, so now you saw both families' reactions. Yeah, we decided to just do something quick and easy. I went to Carter's and grabbed a big sis shirt and put it on Reagan and told her to walk into the room. No, nobody's paying attention, so I had to get their attention on both sides of the family to get them to look at her shirt. And it took a minute for it to set in, but they got it. The families are definitely really, really excited, you guys. And most of them, I think everybody with the exception of my sister Ashley, who has 2 girls, was like, it's a boy, it has to be a boy, it has to be a boy, right, you guys? And so a lot of you guys were starting to wonder, like, you know, where's Button? She's not posting anymore. And I just kept saying I was tired, and now I know why. I was exhausted. Even before I found out, I was just like, I had slowed down on my posting and my content creation because I was so exhausted, and I was still working the crazy hours that I work, you guys. So I would come home and literally like lay in bed, like after work, lay in bed. Like that's all I wanted to do. I was just so tired, and I still am, but it's gotten a little bit better. Okay, so we told them like the week before Mother's Day, and then I had my appointment like towards the middle or the end of May, the first appointment. And so they told me during that appointment, because I was considered not high risk, but advanced maternal age, 35 and older, I could have a special blood test done to test for like abnormalities and things like that, but also it would reveal the gender, and I could have that test done pretty early on in the process. I wouldn't have to wait like the traditional 20 weeks to find out gender. So it was at that point that Ronnie and I decided to go ahead and take the test. I think it's called the NIPT test, and it tests for like chromosomal abnormalities and things like that, and then also it reveals the gender of the baby. So we decided that we were going to go ahead and move forward with doing that test because we could take it at our next appointment, which was, I want to say it was in the beginning of June. June 8th is when we took the test, and they told us it would take about a week for the results to come back. So at that point, once they told me during that first appointment that I could take that test and find out the gender that early on, that's when I decided, okay, I'll just hold off on informing my social media family and my YouTube family on the pregnancy, because I don't want them to basically have to wait a long time to find out the gender, or everyone keep asking, do you know what it is? Do you know what the baby is yet? I just wanted to be like, bam, bam, here's what we know. Like, this is what we know. We're pregnant and it's a boy. Bam, we do in December, you know? And so I was like, okay, well, I can have that test done at the next appointment, and then it'll be a week before we find out. That's pretty early still, because I think that was like, I would find out at my 12th week or something like that, between 11 and 12 weeks, instead of waiting until 20 weeks, you know? So I was like, okay, that's cool. So that's what we did. They called us on, I think, a Thursday evening with the results. Literally, I had to conference call Ronnie in because I was working, he was working, and he was in the data center and it was so loud. And I was like, hey, the doctors are on the phone. They said everything came back okay with the test, but she has the gender if we're ready to hear it. And so he was like, okay, like yelling because it was so loud in the background. And so she was just like, it looks like it's a baby boy. And I think my heart dropped, but I wasn't sad. I was excited, but my heart dropped because I just knew it was a girl. In my mind, I was like, we can use Reagan's pink crib. All I have to do is get another dresser. Like, we have all of these clothes. I can get all the clothes back from my sister once my niece Peyton is finished with them. We have all these shoes. Like, we're going to be set, you know? And she said, it's a baby boy. And I was like, oh crap. But a part of me was really excited because I know that Ronnie wanted a boy. I know he did. He kept saying it didn't matter to him, but he wanted a boy so bad when we were pregnant with Reagan, and it didn't happen. And so I knew he still wanted a boy, but he didn't want to basically like psych himself out or jinx himself this time around. So he just kept saying like it didn't matter as long as it was healthy, you know, it was fine or whatever. So when she said it was a boy, I know he was excited, and I was excited too, but I was like, oh wow, we're starting all the way over. Like, and thankfully a lot of the like larger, expensive baby gear items that we got for Reagan. We got them in gender neutral colors, grays and blacks and stuff like that. And so we can still use our high chairs and, you know, our Duna and our stroller. We probably will have to get a 2-kid stroller now, but we can still use a lot of this stuff. The pack and plays and stuff that we have, we can still use a lot of the big ticket items, the bassinet, all of that stuff, because it's not pink, you know, we got neutral colors. So we're thankful for that. But like as far as clothes and shoes, even bottles, Ray had a lot of pink bottles, so we'll have to tackle getting just some, you know, either gender neutral or some, you know, more blues and greens and yellows and things like that. Cause like there were some things that I went pink crazy on, you know, with Ray, because I was so excited to have a little girl. That's what I wanted, you know. So I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And then so we got off the phone, he did his thing. I think I called him back after the nurse got off the line, and I was like, did you hear what she said? And he was like, yeah, that's cool, you know, or whatever. So he was thinking of like nicknames he was going to name the baby and stuff like that or whatever. So we got off the phone that day, and then I immediately like drafted up a little invite for both of our families to come over that Saturday, because I was like, if I keep talking to you guys every day, I'm going to slip up, right? So I was like, it's Thursday night. I was like, okay, Thursday I sent out, hey, everybody come over on Saturday at 10 o'clock and we'll reveal the gender to you, right? And so of course people tried to get it out of us before that time, but it didn't work. And now I'll insert the clips of the gender reveal from this past weekend. We had it this past weekend on Saturday. And yeah, like I just ordered some, you know, sub platters from Wegmans. I ordered pizza for the kids, and, you know, we had chips and drinks and stuff like that, and a ton of desserts. It was very impromptu, last minute. I ordered like some decor packages from Amazon and like some he or she type plates and stuff like that from Amazon. They came next day, and then we revealed the gender to them using the confetti poppers. So I'll insert those clips now so you can enjoy those. Reagan,
Right.
Reagan, come be a part of this family.
She said, come be a part of this family.
Let Daddy pick you up. Okay.
Every time we gotta come
Over here. Hold on, Ray. Look, we about to get out of the way. No, pick her up in your arms. There she goes. No,
You don't want to?
that's not gonna work. Reagan, stand right here with us then. Here. Ready?
Move back, Jojo. Move back.
All right, we're going to do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we're going to twist, okay? Ready? Count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's all y'all get.
Okay.
Butterfly. Oh, y'all let them do it yourself. Y'all got that new. Y'all.
I was like, okay, wow. I just figured, I thought it was a
It ain't graduated for y'all.
It registered now, but it took a while. I just figured it was a girl because we already did that.
Congratulations. Boy.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. That's right.
Congratulations.
I did mine.
Well,
We switch you out.
Okay, guys, so that was the gender reveal. And just to answer a few questions that I know I'm going to get or I have been getting, no, we don't have a name picked out. And yeah, so Ronnie is already a junior, so we're not going to go the third route. But we don't have a name picked out. We kind of wanted to wait until we knew the gender so we didn't have to do double the work and come up with boy and girl names. So now that we know, we can tackle that when we get to it. What else does a lot of people ask me? As far as the bedrooms upstairs, there are 2 guest rooms on the top level where where most of the bedrooms are. Technically, Ray's room right now is, I think the original is what is intended to be the guest room because she has her own bathroom. The other 2 guest rooms have a Jack and Jill bath, which is a bathroom in between them that is shared. So I believe that would be better for both kids. But I talked to Ronnie about it and he's like, no, she's the oldest. Let her keep the room that she has. And a huge factor is he doesn't want to take down that huge house bed just to build it back up again. He doesn't want to have to paint 2 rooms because he would have to paint the second guest room the same color that Ray's room is to move all of her stuff. And so that was another reason why I didn't really start on the guest room project that I had showed you guys the e-designs for a few months back, because shortly thereafter I found out I was pregnant and I wasn't sure what we were going to do with the rooms. I didn't know if we were going to play switcheroo with Ray's room and then the baby would have the other room and they would share the bath or what, because we already used that Jack and Jill bath for Ray now to bathe her because it has a tub in it, and the bathroom in her room only has a stand-up shower. So obviously she can't take a shower by herself now. So, but we decided we're going to leave Ray where she is. Her room is closest to ours. And then across the catwalk or down the hall are the other 2 rooms. So the front room will be, the room that faces the front of the house will be the guest room, which was going to be the guest room before I found out I was pregnant anyway. And then the room that is on the other side of the Jack and Jill bath will be baby boy's room. Right now, all of our baby gear that we saved is in the closet in what will be his room anyway. Now, I'm going to have to sell the furniture in there. That's my furniture from college, so I'll sell it for little to nothing. I think it's a dresser, a nightstand, and a bed. And then we'll have to start the process of brainstorming for his nursery. I know a lot of people are going to ask, like, do I have ideas yet? I do not. I don't have any themes. I was looking at like the animal jungle theme. I've also seen sports themes. I've also seen like just like really calming colors, but not necessarily a theme. I have no idea which direction I want to go. Again, like this is all surreal to me. We are supposed to be going out this weekend, maybe on Sunday, to Target or somewhere to pick up just a few things for baby boy, because I kind of feel like Ray has so much stuff, and I know Ray's been here almost 2 years. I feel like she has so much stuff and baby boy doesn't have anything, and we were kind of waiting to find out the gender because we didn't want to end up with like only, yellow and green stuff. So now that we know baby boy is a boy, we can go out and get, even if it's just a few sleepers, just something to acknowledge that, he is a boy and that we're excited for his arrival and we're preparing for it. So that is on the agenda for this weekend at some point. What else have I planned out? I don't have anything planned, but I'm trying to brainstorm and think about like all the questions that you guys may have. I'll probably do a live session on YouTube maybe sometime next week when I can catch my breath and sit down and talk to you guys for maybe an hour at a time, and then I'll answer some questions and stuff like that. But I'll also answer questions in the comment section. So if you guys have them, like always, leave them down below. I may answer them in a separate video, or I may just comment back and answer. It depends on how busy I am, because we are going on a little getaway with Ronnie's family for the 4th of July weekend, which is coming up next weekend. And I didn't realize it was coming up that soon. So that's pretty much it for baby boy. Some of you guys on the video where I was doing, I think I was filming the sponsored content for Factor, and there was a ultrasound picture on the refrigerator. Well, not a lot of you guys, but a few of you guys commented and was like, or sent me a DM and was like, is that an ultrasound on the refrigerator? I was like, y'all notice everything. But ironically, that was Ray's ultrasound. I was cleaning out an old purse and I found it and I just stuck it up on the fridge. But we have since added baby boy's ultrasound, because I've gotten 2 ultrasounds since finding out I was pregnant. I do get to have a little more because I am 35 versus the amount of ultrasounds I got when I was pregnant with Ray. So far we've gotten 2. I think my app said baby boy was the size of a peach and a navel orange. I have 2 different apps. So that's that. I think I'm in week I may be in like week 14 now. I don't remember. I think I'm like week 14 or something, you guys. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, it's around that time. My due date, okay. So my due date is officially December 15th. Now, when I told my friends Brittany and Ebony, we were thinking that my due date was in February because we were counting the months and not the weeks. And Ronnie did the same thing, so I was like, February. Y'all, when I started putting it in these apps and it was saying December because you put in the first day of your last menstrual cycle, and I had that in that Clue app, so I knew that was right. It kept saying the middle of December. I'm like, y'all, am I tripping? And they was like, no, that might be right, because they count the weeks. So when I went to my first appointment, they confirmed that December 15th is the is the correct due date. So I'm having a winter baby. You guys know Ray's birthday is August 3rd, so she is a summer baby. So wow, like, you guys, we have a few trips planned this fall as well. So I was like, oh my goodness. And if it would have been February, that would have been totally fine. But December, like, definitely moves things up a bit. My birthday is December 2nd. So November 2nd. So it's just like a lot going on, you know, but December 15th is the due date. You guys know I had to have an emergency C-section with Reagan. They said that if I wanted to opt for another C-section, they would take the baby a week early. So that would be around like the 7th of December. But I do have the option to try for a VBAC. I have not made up my mind yet. I've given it a little bit of thought, but I haven't made up my mind yet, and I don't have to decide anytime soon is what they are saying. So that's good. That's, you know, just a topic that we're tabling for now. I'm not really sure how I want to go about it, but I'll figure it out, you guys. And I'll let you guys know if I do choose to attempt to have a VBAC. I'll let you guys know that in an upcoming video or vlog or anything like that. I'll show you guys our first baby buys. I'll do, you know, a video or a segment of a vlog on that. You guys, it's just easier for me these days to just vlog. And I know it's a lot of different content in the vlogs I'm talking about, like, you know, home stuff and mommy stuff and pregnancy stuff and the investment property stuff. But it's just easier for me to just vlog and put it together that way versus trying to, you know, do formal videos. And I will try to get back into that because, again, we still have to do the pantry organization, the linen closet organization, all of that stuff. But the vlog style content creation just works for me right now. You already aren't getting that many, but it just works for me right now. So that's pretty much what you're going to continue to see. What else? So we did get re-engaged. Okay, we got re-engaged. This is my same engagement ring from before. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I am going to get a different band. Ronnie is like on the fence about getting a different band for himself. He's like, I don't need a new band. Like, the band I got him was really nice, and the band he got me was nice as well. But I am going to get a different band. I had this one resized because, again, I gained some weight and the other size was not fitting. I think it was like 4.5. So I think this one, they resized it to a 6. So our old anniversary date, if you guys are new here, Ronnie and I were married July 6, 2013. And then we got divorced in 2018, I believe. right before our 5th year anniversary. And then we had Ray. We reconciled, and then we had Ray in 2020. And then, well, I got pregnant with her in 2019. But I had her in August of 2020, and then we got re-engaged. I don't remember the date we got re-engaged. It was a few weeks ago, though. It was, we were already talking about getting remarried on the same date, anniversary date. So we only have that one anniversary date, which is July 6th. At first, we wanted to go on a trip and have both of our families come, but because of COVID and so much going on, and then I found out I was pregnant, and I was just like, it's just too much to do right now. We can take a trip and celebrate, you know, or have another honeymoon a little bit later once things die down. But right now, things are so crazy. So we are going to be going to the Justice of the Peace, or the courthouse, on July 6th of 2022. So that will be our new, you know, wedding date. But the anniversary day, July 6th, is still the same day that we got married back in 2013. So that is another news update. I promise you guys I would come to you and tell you when it happened. It did. I wish I had this long romantic proposal story for you guys. That was the first time. This time, I mean, we were just at home. Ray was at daycare. I was in the office working. He was at the kitchen washing dishes. He had on like a tank top or a wife beater and some basketball shorts or something. And I was just working. He was like, hey, he yelled across the kitchen, across the family room into the office, and was like, hey, you want to get married again? And I heard him yelling, but the TV was on, so I couldn't hear what he was saying. So I was like, what? So I came out of the office. I was like, what did you say? And he was like, yeah, so let's get married again. And I was like, I was like, you didn't even propose. You didn't ask me the correct way. So he literally has soap all over his hands from washing dishes. He wipes that off and literally gets on one knee with his wife beater and his basketball shorts. And he's like, Antoinette, will you marry me again? And then he grabs my stomach, and it's like, cause I ain't going nowhere now. And then, so that was the proposal, you guys. It was definitely not serious at all. But like I said, we had already planned to go to the courthouse July 6th anyway. So I was just playing with him when I made him, you know, actually get down on one knee and stuff like that. So that is the plan, July 6th. Y'all, I'll probably buy a dress off Amazon or Shein or something like that, which I haven't even ordered yet. And yeah, and fun fact, we're going away for the 4th of July weekend with his family, the 2nd through the 5th. So we come back on the 5th, and we're going to the courthouse on the 6th. So we keep joking that we're having our honeymoon before the ceremony this time, and that's going to be our honeymoon, even though his whole family and Ray will be there as well. So it is what it is. We're just going to Massanutten, Virginia, just for a couple of days. Like I said, we'll probably take a trip, just him and I don't know, well after baby boy gets here. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. But you guys, that is the updates for today. I don't have anything else, I don't think. Like I said, I'll probably either answer all your questions, because I know there'll be more questions down in the comments. I'll probably answer them in another video, or maybe just do a pop-up live session so you guys can ask me questions and I can just spew off the answers. As far as like having a second wedding, I was never interested in having a full-blown second wedding. If you guys don't know, we had a huge fairy tale wedding the first time. There is a video where I go through page by page of our professional wedding album. So if you are interested in seeing that, just, you know, go find that video. It's a quick video because I just go through every single page, but the album is beautiful. We still have those memories. Both sides of our family remembers our wedding. They still talk about it to this day. So I didn't want another wedding. Weddings are super expensive. They were super expensive back then in 2013, and they're even more expensive now. So I never wanted the full fairy tale wedding again. I did that the first time. As far as this time, I was planning on maybe doing, like, inviting both sides of the family out to dinner on the day of that we actually get married. But fun fact, our wedding anniversary is also my friend Ebony's actual birthday as well. So I didn't want to take that away from her actual you know, birthday. So we were already planning to go out for her that weekend. So Ronnie and I will probably just go to dinner after our ceremony. I think that may be like a Tuesday, I want to say, maybe a Tuesday. So it's a random day. And then I called around a couple restaurants, but we would need basically seating for like 30 people. And a lot of restaurants right now, because of COVID and stuff, are not seating parties that large, or you would have to rent a banquet hall and do all of that stuff. And I just did not want that headache. I got a lot of stuff on my plate, you guys. So honestly, Ronnie and I will probably just go to lunch or dinner. I think our ceremony is at 1 o'clock. I'll try to set up a camera and see if I can get some footage, but if not, you guys, July 6th, we're going to the courthouse, and I'm sure I'll post, you know, something on social media afterwards or something like that. But we'll probably just go out to lunch or dinner that day. We may take Ray, may not, but she's definitely going to daycare and not coming to the courthouse with us because she's a busy bee now, right? So I think that's it, you guys. I can't think of anything else. But, you know, although all of this is going on at once, we are super grateful and appreciative that God is giving us a second chance at our marriage, a second chance at being parents again. We got a baby boy, so now we have the best of both worlds, as a lot of people have been telling us. And so, yes, we are starting over in a lot of journeys and in a lot of ways. At the same time, while we have a lot of other stuff going on, but we are along for the ride. It's a huge thrill, and we are elated. So thanks again for all of your well wishes and your blessings that you guys have already bestowed upon us over on Instagram and even on this platform in the comment section of my last video. I really, really appreciate it. You guys just bear with me. The content is coming. It's just coming a little bit slower because Buttons is tired and her hands are full. So I wanted to bring you guys this video to kind of get everybody up to speed. So now Instagram knows, YouTube knows, you guys have seen the raw footage, and I'm excited. And Instagram hasn't even seen the clips of when we told our families and stuff like that. I know I never put together that video about Reagan when we were pregnant with Reagan, so I definitely wanted to do it with this pregnancy. And so here it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've been talking for 35 minutes, probably a little longer than that once you watch the video because the clips I inserted. So I'm gonna go ahead and be quiet now and let you guys comment down below. Bye.